इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome to our Business Opportunity Over Chai. And this special edition, Business Opportunity Over Chai, will help you to understand the greatest business opportunity that we Franchise India specially brings for you. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by Management Team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav Maria, Chairman at Franchise India Group, and Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, MD at Franchise India Brands Limited. Uh, I think we are facing some issues. I'm just starting up with these. again.
इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome to our Business Opportunity Over Chai. And this special edition Business Opportunity Over Chai will help you to understand the greatest business opportunity that we Franchise India specially brings for you. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by management team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav Maria, Chairman at Franchise India Group, and Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, MD at Franchise India Brands Limited. Every day, 12 o'clock, we launch a new brand to explore new business opportunities. So today we have invited a great brand come from the origin of Punjab, a home automation solution brand inviting franchisee partner cluster developer, Leccy and Genesis. Leccy and Genesis powered by Urja Smart Automation, and it is a new era in smart automation trading in IoT. End-to-end resolution, revamping and glorifying services for automation for all premises such as home, business, hospitals, schools, and hotel niche. ISO certified Urja Smart has been on board a remarkable journey of integrating your life glamorously with automation. To know more about this business opportunity, we have invited the co-founder of Leccy and Genesis, Mr. Gureen. But before I inviting them over the stage, I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Sanjay Bhatt. Sanjay Bhatt is the CEO of FICPL Group of Franchise India. And in the panelists, we have Mr. Saras Gupta. He's the head of Training Development Department in Franchise India, and our partner, Mr. Vijayji. Over to you, Sanjay sir.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much for hosting this another big opportunity which we are launching today through this digital format. So thank you very much all the investors who have joined us this webinar today. We would also like to thank our brand today for giving us an opportunity to present this opportunity to all our investors. We have invited this brand today, but before that, we would talk about this webinar and how Franchise India is helping out to all the investors further in handholding. So Franchise India journey is last 25 years. So everybody knows about Franchise India today because it's been 25 years for us now to servicing the industry, servicing the investor community and servicing all our business community as well. So earlier we were doing all the brand launches through our events, exhibitions, but due to the COVID time, we have shifted our program, shifted our format from physical events to digital in the month of April 2020. So since 2020, April, we are dedicated to this service, and every day we are launching a new brand हमारे investor community के लिए. और ये डिजिटल फॉर्मेट जो हम कर रहे हैं क्योंकि ये एक्सेस टू एवरीवन है, ये नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे भी देखा जाता है और अटेंड किया जाता है, और उसमें हम फर्दर क्वेश्चंस है, क्वेरीज है इन्वेस्टर्स की तरफ से वो हम लेते, और हम ये भी देखते हैं कि किस तरह की ब्रांड की जर्नी हुई है, व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड, हु इज बिहाइंड द ब्रांड, and what is their career further, and what is they presenting in this webinar. So Franchise India have got now network in 97 cities. So please understand this is the very world's largest network which we have, because we want to reach out to every local investor in every city to handhold further, because we are, as a Franchise India, investor centric company, franchise focused. Investor centric would mean that we want complete information and handholding to be given to all the investors, because it is a one-time decision in the lifetime when you decide to invest in any of the business. So it is not an easy decision. So what is required is first information, and then the evaluation. Then there is a deal structuring which we do. So information we are giving today through this webinar. After this information, we will go back to our each and every investor and would handhold them further, understanding this opportunity further, and would also arrange maybe physical meeting if it is possible, otherwise a direct meeting with the brand owners, so that we can clarify each and every point on your behalf. So in this, our team is dedicatedly working in handholding you locally. And as today, we are also having our business partner, Mr. Vijay Kataria, is coming from Chandigarh. He's also on the panel, who would be further handholding and would be one point contact for all our further calls and meetings to arrange. But before that, we would also like to welcome our partner, Vijayji, who can talk about this opportunity first, and then we can welcome our brand also today. So, Vijayji, over to you. If you can just give us a little brief, and then you can invite our brand for today. He can give us a complete understanding about the journey. That's very important. The journey we need to understand who is behind the brand, where from journey started, and absolutely then we can go through the presentation as well. So all the investors, I request you please use Q&A box because hand raising is not an option here. Please do not hand raise. Just use the Q&A box which is at your bottom line. Use the Q&A and send us the all your questions and queries during the presentation. Thank you very much for joining in and stay tuned. And we will also talk about this opportunity further. So, Vijay.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Good afternoon to all. So, as briefed by Sanjay ji about the franchisee India, so I just brief about the brand. Brand is basically a Leccy and Genesis. So they are into home automation, and they have a complete range with them. So Mr. Gureen is with us to basically to brief about the brand, their journey, and how they are planning to expand in India. So over to you, Gureen ji.
Welcome, Gurinji, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much. And it was a great presentation from Franchise India, right? I really found it interesting. So let's talk about Leccy and Genesis today. So basically what comes into the mind of people when they hear Leccy and Genesis. So Leccy is a word which is related to electricity, right? It's a slang of electricity in British dictionary, and Genesis is the person who originates something, right? So initially when we started the company, right, so we the first product that we introduced was an electrical switch, right? So the Leccy came from there, right? And if we talk about our home automation experience, we have an experience of around 7 years into home automation. Earlier, what we were doing is we were providing support and advertising services to a company based in Seattle, Washington, right? And we saw the journey from the beginning of that company and getting it sold to a big giant in US. So we were familiar with all the technologies of automation, those were happening. And during the COVID times, right, we had a lot of free time to think, right? We always have in our mind to launch a brand in India and to make it a global brand. So that was our vision, right? And we already had experience with the automation for a long time. So we started our journey 3 years back with Leccy and Genesis in India. And for some time we researched the product because Indian market as per us is a little different from the Western market, right? So we customized some products according to our need and we launched it, and we got a very good response in the first year of the launch. And few months back, we attended an event of Franchise India, and basically what we opportunity that we are offering is we are offering an opportunity to develop our cluster partners, because automation at this point is a thing, right, that everybody knows, but before making a concise decision, everyone wants to see the products, they want to feel it. So that is where the idea of the cluster developers came in our mind, right? So we are planning to develop around 40 clusters pan-India, starting from tier 1 cities, where our retail clients, where our corporate clients, and where our project clients can come and have a look and feel of the products. So starting with the presentation here. So So Leccy and Genesis is basically our brand name, right? We have got the all intellectual property rights for it. And the name of our company is Urja Smart Automation Private Limited. So if we talk about the smart home automation market, right? So there is a big boom of this industry, and the CAGR for smart home automation is more than 35%. And right now, all the big brands are either they have already launched the products or they are slowly coming into the era of the automation. Like if we talk about Geo is planning to come in automation, right? Tata has already launched few products in it. So there is a big market in India for the automation products. And it's expected to grow beyond 14 billion by 2026. So here, who is our customer, right? 38% of our sales is coming from the retail section, right? And the biggest customer of Leccy and Genesis at this point of time are the real estate people, right? Who are colonizers, builders, people making hotels, right? Big architects, institutional buyers for making properties. So earlier, as the internet services were not that great in India, but as the internet penetration is happening, right? Everyone has a broadband or a lease line at his home, and it's very easy to get a high-speed connection in India. So the demand is increasing day by day, right? And all the devices which are working on automation, right? They are working flawlessly. Earlier as well, they require a little bit of bandwidth, but right now, if we talk about the current scenario in India, in tier 1 cities, the internet availability is very good, and the devices related to the IoT, they are working flawlessly, right? So what automation is all about? Automation is about energy saving. It's about providing a luxury and ease to end customer, right? And for the institutional buyers, as we have launched the products in hotel series as well, right? So it means security, convenience, and efficient reporting for them as well. So just to brief what an automation is, it's like controlling the traditional equipment like your locks, your digital lights, right? Your fans, your air conditioning, HVAC systems by your phone, right? By your voice using Alexa or Google, right? So that's all about automation. So as we discussed, Leccy and Genesis is the brand name, and the name of the company is Urja Smart Automation Private Limited. So we deal in end-to-end resolutions, revamping and glorifying services for automation. And I'm one of the founders, and another of my co-founder is Mr. Hitesh Kumar. And we both are from tech background, and we are into automation industry from 2017, right? And for the Leccy and Genesis, we started the groundwork in 2020, and 2.5 years back, we launched the brand. So it's an ISO 9001-2015 certified company. And the product range, right? The most selling product in the automation industry today is that's digital door locks, right? So our door locks comes with 6-in-1 features, right? One is the you can say the passcode, And 99% of the times, this fingerprint is used. It's very convenient. You can add up to 150, 200 fingerprints of your family members on the lock, right? You can unlock it remotely. You have smart keys with you, right? So this is the most selling product, right? And we are getting very good response on our social platforms, social e-commerce platforms as well. So the next product is the digital doorbell. Unlike the traditional doorbells, where you used to have a civil work and there were wiring involved in order to make your home compatible with a smart doorbell, we have launched a revolutionary product in which there is no wiring required as such. There is no civil work required as such. All our products are retrofit. By retrofit, I mean that these are compatible with new constructions. If you're living in a house, we can automate your home within 1 hour. I'm talking about a full automation, right? And the next product are our smart touch plates. So the traditional TikTok switches that you have at your home, which you use to turn on the turn off the lights, fans, right? You can get them replaced with these smart touch switches. The technology which is being used is the capacitive touch technology, the same that you're using in your mobile. It's very reliable, right? And the average life of a capacitive touch device is 1 million touches, right? So that can serve you for years and years to come once you install it once. So for the clusters, so this is a basic 3D layout that we are looking for. There would be a total super area of 400 to 700 square feet, in which we would be having a dedicated experience center area of 250 square feet, where we will showcase all our products, right? And there would be a complete proof of concept, right, of the technology and the products, right? So the customer can come and touch and feel the product. He can operate it himself, right? And there would be a centralized screen that the company would be providing, in which he or she can have a glimpse of the app, the technology on which the automation would work. So these in the traditional business of electronics earlier, the hierarchy was like that. There was a master distributor, a distributor, dealers, right, and then resellers. And in R, right, the cluster, you can say the cluster is the master territorial right holder in that area, and he would have the authority of a distributor as well. He would be doing retail sales as well. And so the cluster or the experience stores that we were talking about, they would be a FOFO model. So it would be franchise owned and franchise operated. The help that the franchise owner would be getting from our end, we would be helping them in hiring, advertising, right, building the store, right, the system integration, right, and the franchise owner staff would be managing the daily operations of the store, right, and the local marketing activities would be providing by us, and we would be providing them with a centralized CRM in which they will have a complete access of the inventory and the offers, right? And the investment part that we are talking about here for a tier 1 city is around 28 lakhs that a customer would be investing, right? And our expected ROI is around 42%. In which the 28 lakh investment would consist of 15 to 20 lakhs of inventory, right? I'll consider it in case of 28 lakhs, it would be a 15 lakh inventory, right? And we would be developing a experience center that we discussed earlier, right? So that would approximately cost the cluster around 10 lakhs, in which 5 lakhs is the civil work which is required. And in 5 lakhs, we would be providing all the demo equipment, right? That would be stationary at the store. On top of that, the team of the cluster would have the experience center in the portable units as well. What I mean by portable is basically if the customer cannot come to the experience center, we would take the experience center to the customer. So if there is a big colonizer or a big hotel site is there, so our team can go there and give them a glimpse of the technology and the experience center at his place, at his convenience, at his time, right? So backend and infra and telecalling team would be would be performed by both company and the cluster, right? The local leads would be distributed to the cluster, and we already have a setup of a call center who would be providing them with the backend support. So here's the breakout of the 28 lakh. So 5 lakh I'm considering for the fit outs, right? That would require the AC and the civil work and the beautification of the store. 15 lakhs is the inventory. Equipment is 5 lakhs. That includes all the demo at the experience center, the lighting, and also the experience centers that I talked about. Those would be portable. And 2,50,000 is the franchise fees. That is one time. And the term for the franchise is 5 years, right? 50,000 we have considered as miscellaneous. And typical gross margins, if we talk about in retail, that a cluster would be getting is around 50%, right? And the monthly sales as we have estimated, and the feasibility studies that we have done would be around 8 to 10 lakhs. And the HR expense would be around 73,000 a month. The HR would include 3 people for the cluster. One would be the business development manager. One would be the installer, or you can say fitter, who would have a basic knowledge of carpentry and electricals. And one would be the store manager. So in this typical model, the expected net income would be around 1 to 1.5 lakhs. And forgot to mention the ecosystem of the cluster, right? We would be incorporating all the pin codes of that particular cluster in our system, so that any sales that we are making through our website, right, would be redirected to the cluster. Either the customer can pick up the equipment from the cluster, or the cluster would be responsible for shipping all that orders that we are getting on the website in one day. So what we would be helping the cluster initially with, we would be helping with the site selection, the store development, product supply, constantly introducing new products depending on market, the training of the staff, marketing activities, corporate contracts, because in automation, a lot of institutional buyers are there, right? Who are, if I would say that there are many startups as well who are doing very good in home security, right? So they constantly need these kind of digital door locks or sensors. So we would be organizing some events in which we would be introducing our clusters to those companies. So new product development, as we have our own research and development team who constantly works on looking for new products in automation, right, and introducing them to market. So we would be providing this support to our cluster. So ideal partner profile, what we are looking for, as right, every business owners know that the CCTV camera market, right? They have a huge customer base, but the margins in that market is shrinking day by day. So they are our ideal partners who have a good customer base. They can do very good with us because the margins with our clusters, right? They can operate a handsome revenue from it. It's around 50% in retail. And any new entrepreneur who want to start an enterprise, right? And so this industry is growing day by day, and CAGR is very good. So new entrepreneurs are also our ideal profile partners, and any HNI who are keen to join a growing market, right? And even who want just a reporting of the cluster, right? Who do not want to actively involve in that business. So those are also our good profile partners, right? Because the staff training and the reporting, right? We can take care of all that, right? So the cluster, right? The ideal profile partner investor, right? Would not have a botheration of day-to-day operations, right? So we would be hiring expert people for that. So India is a big opportunity for all the automation companies, right? India is a young country with growing affluence, right? We have global exposures, right? Digitally, we are adapting technology very fast, right? For example, if we talk about a smart watch, so you might be knowing it, India is the biggest market of it, right? So we are an early adapter of technology if it's given in our budget, right? So India is the very fast adaptable market, right? If it's in budget. And the products that we have launched, right, they are very budget friendly, right? We can cater all kind of audience. And the products, right, they are of like best quality. We assure them, we provide our clusters, our end customers replacement warranty, and that is also no question asked warranties that we give. So franchise would be benefiting from access to a growing future enabled category, right? Leverage on brand strengths, and it's very scalable business format. And all the projections that we have discussed, right, they are very realistic, right? We have experienced it on hand. And also the clusters would be getting benefits of the projects that are going in the area, right? So those would be closed with the close cooperation of the clusters as well by a company. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Greenji. Thank you very much. The self-explanatory, but yes, this is a great business which is technology driven. So I would now like to introduce my colleague, my friend Saras. Saras is actually heading our L&D department. So I would like to introduce him and invite him to ask some questions also on this behalf. And then there are some questions coming in the Q&A box as well, which we will take one on one. Over to you, Saras.
Thank you, Sanjay, and thank you, Mr. Green, for a wonderful explanation. And friends who are watching us live here, I would really request you, please use the Q&A box. और वो टाइम आ गया है जब हम आपसे क्वेश्चन आंसर्स लेके we can ask the brand owner directly. Can we do stop sharing now? Can we do stop sharing to get a full access? Thank you. Thank you. So friends, in the meantime, as Sanjay ji introduced, Franchise India is one organization which has been helping investors since past 25 years. और हमारा मोटिव यही है आपको एक सही बिजनेस दिखाना और बिजनेस पिक करना एक पूरा प्रोसेस होता है and we have mastered that art of process. Once you connect with us, once you register with us, we do a 25-pointer evaluation. एक check point है हमारी 25 pointers की that we will discuss one-on-one with you. And अगर मेरा score उस pointers पे 20 से ऊपर आता है, then only we suggest you to pick up the right business. If the score becomes less than 15, we rather suggest you no, we should not do this business क्योंकि इसमें ROI अच्छी नहीं आ सकती and it could be a big risk. एक प्रोसेस है हमारा SOMF, strategic, operational, market and financial fitment, for which we do. But today we are really talking about a great brand, and when we do an operational fit and the market research, we always have to talk about is business का scope कितना है. So again, I think everybody would agree the scope of automation business in India has significantly grown, and especially the Indian market industry has expanded at a rapid force itself. The reason why, because when you do any business, गवर्नमेंट का सपोर्ट बहुत जरूरी होता है, गवर्नमेंट के कुछ प्रोग्राम्स हैं जो बहुत जरूरी होते हैं, एंड ट्रेडिशनली द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट has taken a lot of initiatives, and we all aware, like Make in India, Digital India, Smart Cities, which is absolutely giving us hockey growth to these kind of business technologies in the world. So friends, please keep posting your questions here and we'll start taking them. But few questions I have, Mr. Gureen, that I really want to ask you is, rather you are becoming a problem solver, because friends, business pick karna ek process hai, as I keep on repeating it. And when you're picking up a business, mujhe dekhna hota hai ye kitna bada problem solver hai. So I can see that there are a lot of players in the market, but not in a structured manner to become a business solver. So पहला question गुरीन जी यहाँ पे आ रहा है, क्योंकि business में risk बहुत involved होता है. You said inventory will take up the major chunk. So what happens to the unsold inventory? What happens to the unsold inventory? Because that will be the major chunk now.
That's right. So thank you. So that's a very relevant question, right? So inventory हम ऐसे manage करेंगे कि अगर कोई new product, if there is any inventory which is unsold for a bit of a time, right? As I told that the cluster will have a CRM which is provided by us, right? So we will come to know that these are the products which have less sales, right? पहला हमारा उसको करने का रहेगा कि that we in our ROI sheet उसमें हमने discount structure में उस inventory को rotate करने की कोशिश करेंगे. We have considered a 15 to 20% discount in our ROI sheet for the unsold products. Still, the second course of action is कोई प्रोजेक्ट जब चल रहा है, मे बी ए क्लस्टर के पास वो सामान पड़ा है, इट इज रिक्वायर्ड एट द बी क्लस्टर, राइट? वी विल पिक अप दैट इन्वेंटरी एंड उसका जो बी का प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है तो हम उसमें उसको रोटेट कर देंगे, ठीक है? और उसके बजाय उसको जो न्यू मॉडल्स हैं वो मिल जाएंगे.
Makes sense. So ये costing 100% pricing पे होगी, आपको डिस्काउंट देना पड़ेगा. So probably if I'm a franchisee, मेरे पास unsold inventory है, आपने बोला सेल और रिटर्न वाला मॉडल जो होता है, अगर अनसोल्ड इन्वेंटरी है, you will take it back, right?
That's right. That's right.
At 100% cost, there will not be any deductions on that?
No, if we are rotating the inventory, it would be at the 100% cost, right?
और frequency क्या होगी इसके सर? Frequency क्या होगी? 3 महीना, 6 महीना?
सर इसमें मैं आपको बताता हूँ, जो इन्वेंटरी होगी वो हम कुछ जो पहली इनिशियल इन्वेंटरी या फिर जो इन्वेंटरी वहां पे स्टॉक हो रही है वो कुछ मतलब इसमें ऐसा नहीं है, अनलाइक फैशन और अपैरल इंडस्ट्री, जो एक प्रोडक्ट है दैट इज सेलेबल फॉर ईयर्स टू कम. बिकॉज इफ वी कंसिडर अ लॉक, राइट, हमने कुछ R&D उसकी ऐसे की है, एनी फीचर, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल बिग ब्रांड्स लाइक येल, गोदरेज, उनके जो लॉक्स हैं वो 4-in-1 है. हमारा कोई बेसिक लॉक भी है वो भी 6-in-1 है, राइट? अल्टीमेटली क्या है कि जो फ्यूचर में टेक्नोलॉजी आ सकती है वो ऑलरेडी उसमें है, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वो ऑब्सोलीट हो जाता है बिल्कुल एकदम से. सो इट इज फॉर ईयर्स टू कम, बट स्टिल हमारी प्रोजेक्ट में उसकी डिमांड रहती है और उसमें क्लस्टर का कोई ऐसा लॉस नहीं होगा. उसको जिस कॉस्ट पे आया है मे बी उसका फायदा भी हो जाए उस इन्वेंट्री को रोटेट करने में.
Now I'll start picking some questions from the Q&A box. एक बहुत interested investor है हमारे पास and probably he's asking a lot of questions. जो आपने मार्जिन की बात करी 42%, ये ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट है या नेट प्रॉफिट आपने बात करा? Gross profit, okay. And then what is the net profit assumed?
Okay, for example, sir, if MRP of a product is 100, right? The cluster की उसकी lending cost रहती है around 40.
Okay.
And जो 100 की MRP की चीज है वो यूजुअली अगर मैं MOP उसका देखूं तो 10 to 15% discount is acceptable. So in that scenario, his margin is anywhere between 42% to 48%. That is the gross margin. In
And
some
Jaideep,
products, it's higher.
it's higher. It's a combination that will work
Combination.
Jaideep ji पूछ रहे हैं कि are we also doing FOCO model? So friends who are new, there are different models in franchising. One is FOFO जो offer कर रहे हैं. FOFO is franchisee owned, franchisee operated, जहाँ पे time और पैसा दोनों आपका लगता है. FOCO is a model where you only invest money, but time involvement would be done and the operational expenses will be borne by the brand itself. So, Gureen ji, are you also open for FOCO model? अगर कोई strategic location मिलती है जहाँ पे आप अपना store खोलना चाहते हैं, would you be open for a FOCO model?
Yes, in our control territory, as our primary office is in Chandigarh, so I would consider the our control territory. We can offer the FOCO as well.
Okay.
Like
So, yes.
Chandigarh, Panchkula, till Ludhiana, and Mohali, right? So these are our control territories.
Control territories.
Yes.
Are we open for Bangalore also?
No, for Bangalore, it's FOFO.
FOFO model. Yes, we are open, but yes, for FOFO model. But don't you worry, my friends, because जब आपकी hand holding होगी, जब आप franchising लेंगे, starting from point A to point number Z, every hand holding regarding the technical support, the upsell, the suggestive selling, ये सब कुछ brand खुद कर रहा है. So of course you will need a complete, you will rather get a complete hand holding on that. Mr. Sunny Arora is asking, give an idea of pricing to the consumer. So कुछ price range की बात करना चाहेंगे यहाँ पे?
Yes, प्राइस रेंज सर जो हमारे नेशनल लेवल पे हमने सर्वेस किए हैं, लोकली किए हैं, एक एवरेज जो कस्टमर है, अगर मैं उसका 3 BHK की बात करूं तो उसका एक माइंडसेट है. इवन इफ आई आस्क यू कि अगर आपके घर की 3 BHK की मैं फुल ऑटोमेशन करूंगा, लाइट्स, फैंस, लॉक्स, राइट, डिजिटल डोरबेल्स, तो एक माइंडसेट एक इंडियन कस्टमर का है इज अराउंड 1 to 1.5 lakhs. Right? So we are offering that service in 60 to 70,000, in which our cluster would be making more than 30,000 as a margin.
Wow, so गुरीन जी अगर बिजनेस के बारे में बात करें, क्योंकि हमारे पेरेंट्स और मेरी माँ स्पेशली बोलती थी बेटा बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता. सो क्या आप उस मोनोटनी को ब्रेक करना चाह रहे हैं कि मैं बोलूं मेरा फैन ऑन हो जाए, वो ऑन हो जाएगा?
बिल्कुल हो जाएगा सर. अगर आप नहीं भी बोलोगे, आप चाहते हो, इफ यू आर सो लेजी कि अगर 6 बजे मेरा गीजर ऑन हो जाए, मैंने 6:30 बजे नहाना होता है और वो 6:20 पे बंद हो जाए, मेरा एसी जो है 5 बजे मेरा 25 डिग्रीज पे सेट हो जाए और इतने बजे बंद हो जाए, आप एक बार ही उसको स्केड्यूलिंग भी कर सकते हो, उसके सीन्स भी क्रिएशन कर सकते हो. एक चीज मैंने डिस्कस नहीं की, दैट्स अ लिटिल टेक्निकल सर. वर्ड का सबसे बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म जो है ऑटोमेशन का, दैट्स टूया. सो टूया इज बेसिकली ए फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनी. हमारे सारे प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं वो टूया पे रन करते हैं. कोई भी कंपनी आज तक ऑटोमेशन में आई है, अगर उसने अपना प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने की कोशिश की है तो दे हैव फेल्ड टेरिबली, राइट, इंक्लूडिंग हैवल्स, राइट. दे आर सच अ बिग कंपनी, बट वो ऑटोमेशन में नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि टोया के साथ स्टिक हो के ही एक बड़ा एंटरप्राइज लेवल की कंपनी आप ऑटोमेशन की बना सकते हो. तो हमारा सारे प्रोडक्ट्स टोया बेस्ड हैं. तो
Excellent. So probably technology. So friends, that's the reason we say picking up a business which is a problem solver. And gone are the times when geysers and air conditioners were known as luxurious items. But with the growing time and pocket-friendly growing income of especially of the middle class, it has become a necessity of a lot of people. And you will reflect it. सुनने में सपना लगता है, लेकिन it is there now. You just have to switch on your camera or the mobile remote or the remote of a television, and we say, "Okay, Google, play bhajans," and bhajans still playing. With that, I would like to invite our CEO, Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, to take up further questions, sir. Over to you, please.
Thank you very much. So yeah, there are a lot of questions coming in, and this is a wonderful opportunity. So if you can, as a layman, would understand the process, especially during first 3 months, it is very, very important when someone is investing, joining you as a partner, how as a company we handhold and then we give him support and make sure that he grows further, because the growth is depending on first 3 months. So what all support you do and what all marketing activities also in that territory we will do.
राइट सर देखो जो स्टोर डेवलपमेंट का मेरा टाइम है, फॉर एग्जांपल कोई आज मेरे से साइन अप करता है तो देन इट टेक्स अराउंड 3 months, बिकॉज मैं उसको सारा ट्रेंड स्टाफ दूंगा, ठीक है। एंड लेकिन वंस आई हैव अ कमिटमेंट फ्रॉम योर एंड, आई विल स्टार्ट रनिंग द एड्स ऑन फुल स्केल इन योर एरिया, so that on the first day of your launch you would have some business, कि आपको भी फील हो कि हाँ ये हो गया है। बिकॉज इसमें क्या है, हमारी कंपनी 3 लेयर्स में काम करती है। वन इज द रिसेलर, वन इज द डीलर, एंड देन द क्लस्टर विल कम। रिसेलर कौन हो गए? जो एरिया के आर्किटेक्ट्स हैं, जो इंटीग्रेटर्स हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स हैं, इंटीरियर डिजाइनर्स हैं, ठीक है, ये सारे आ गए रिसेलर कैटेगरी। सेकंड कम्स द डीलर। ऑलमोस्ट एवरी शॉप कैन बी आर डीलर। डीलर में हमारा स्कोप है, हार्डवेयर वाले भी हमारा सामान बेच सकते हैं, गैजेट्स वाले हमारा सामान बेच सकते हैं, प्लस आपके इलेक्ट्रिकल्स वाले सामान बेच सकते हैं, इंटीरियर हाउसेस हमारा सामान बेच सकते हैं। तो वो सारी जो सेलिंग है दैट इन द एरिया ऑफ द क्लस्टर, राइट, वुड बी हैंडेड टू द क्लस्टर ओनली। तो बिलिंग हमेशा क्लस्टर की रहेगी। तो ऑन द फर्स्ट डे, राइट, और जो एग्जिस्टिंग वहां पे जो डीलर्स या रिसेलर्स हमारा ऑलरेडी बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, तो वो उसको हम उनकी बिलिंग क्लस्टर से होनी शुरू हो जाएगी।
Right.
So that is the reason. The major chunk is the inventory. So this is the reason, because किसी को भी कुछ भी वहां पे चाहिए उसकी टेरिटरी में, तो वो डायरेक्टली क्लस्टर से ले सके। So that's why we have kept an inventory of 15 lakhs on the first go.
Okay. Great. So, what are the areas where we are open, and what is your, this cluster program, cluster head, master franchise, which we are offering, or a unit? How is it working? As in, what are all options open?
Right now, the opportunity that we are offering is the cluster developer, and there is opportunity for master franchise as well that Mr. Vijay Kataria can explain for the master franchise, because I'm also new to the franchise model, right? Because
For a master, we are working on it. So definitely after this launch of a cluster, so we will be sending the information on that. So working on that. So currently we have a option for a cluster, but open for a master franchisee also for the entire state.
So friends,
Okay.
what is cluster and what is master franchise? I'm sure cluster would be, so probably one is unit franchise, which is only for one unit. Then we have cluster taking the entire region. Then we have master block, probably taking the master rights for the entire state.
yes,
We are open for discussions. We're absolutely open for discussions that how we can take it forward.
yes. So what the cluster is? A cluster is addressing a population of 25 to 28 lakhs. And the territory is hypothetically 50 kilometers, right? So whatever is whatever comes first, right? So 25 to 28 lakhs of addressable population and 50 kilometers of radius. And the master franchisee model that we would be making, so it would be covering all the state basically. We're in process of making it.
Understood. Understood.
Sure. So we have Mr. Jaideep. He has sent us his contact details. Jaideep ji, thank you very much for your interest. We will get in touch with you after this webinar, and we will also arrange a direct call with the brand owner directly with Gurin ji also. Thank you very much for your sharing your contact details with us. So in this, if we are going further, so there are a lot of questions already coming in. How can we compare with pricing and yeah, so it's a good question, though there are a lot of players already in the market, how we are taking the competitors, how we are different from them. Rather, someone is asking that how we are better than others.
Okay, got it. As I discussed, as Tuya is a Fortune 500 company and the biggest platform, right? अगर आप एक door lock समझो आपने येल का लगा लिया एंड आपने हेवल्स के स्विचेस लगा लिए और गोल्ड मेडल के लगा लिए, 3-4 पैनासोनिक की आपने बेल लगा ली, तो automation is all about easing your life, right? Providing a luxury feel. तो वो चीज मल्टीपल ब्रांड्स, मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म्स के साथ पॉसिबल नहीं है. अगर आपके फोन में 5 एप्स हो गई, ठीक है, जो सिर्फ ऑटोमेशन के लिए आप यूज कर रहे हो, तो वो आपको एक मतलब ईज नहीं दे पाएगी. हमारा सब कुछ एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे चल रहा है. अगर आप एक नॉर्मल कस्टमर की तरह अगर फील करो कि हाँ, इफ यू आर सेइंग दैट ओके गूगल गुड नाइट, तो उसको एक कोब लाइट्स उसकी जल गई हैं, बार का सिस्टम ऑन हो गया है, पंखा ऑन हो गया है. सो दैट्स पॉसिबल ओनली इफ ऑल द प्रोडक्ट्स आर under one platform. And the advantage that we have got is the same platform. And if we being very realistic, एक customer point of view से budget is also a big issue, right? तो हमारे जो competition से हमारी prices हैं वो market की 20 to 40% उसको कम lending price मिलती है customer को भी, if we take consideration of any other brand. The warranty that we are offering to our end customers is 3 times more than any brand is offering. They're offering a 3 years of replacement warranty. That is unconditional.
Sir, आपने warranty word use कर दिया, and regarding that, we really have a lot of questions. I'm sure you can see that. And regarding warranty is how do you take care of the warranty? Because कोई भी इस typical business में है, brand warranty तो देता है, but are you giving home warranty to the end user? या user को shop पे लेके आना होगा? How does that work? Replacement कैसे होती है? 3 साल का आपने term बोला, but can tell us more about the warranty, especially for
So,
ease of business.
Right. In the business model, I mentioned that 3 people are required, right? One is the BDM, that would he would be hunting down the projects and resellers and dealers, right? One I mentioned is the fitter, right? So आज के दिन में पैन इंडिया इंस्टॉलेशन मैं दे रहा हूं अपने सारे प्रोडक्ट्स की. ऑन साइट इंस्टॉलेशन होती है, ठीक है, ऑन साइट ही वारंटी होती है. लेकिन अगर क्या है कि कस्टमर को इमीडिएट सर्विस चाहिए कि नहीं, मतलब ही इज एडमिट कि मुझे अभी आके देखो या रिप्लेस करो, सो क्लस्टर हैज फुल अथॉरिटी टू रिप्लेस द प्रोडक्ट, राइट, सेंडिंग द फिटर, राइट. आप उसको नया इश्यू कर दो. इफ customer is comfortable taking the device to the cluster and getting it replaced, that's also possible. All the defective products would be replaced in a cycle that we will build with the cluster, maybe at end of month, right, or maybe end of quarter, whatever the cluster is comfortable with. Or we can give a buffer of like 2-3% extra, right, for free of cost for the replacement only, so that a cycle is built with the cluster. So that's what our plan is.
Thank you. And I think, friends, that really gives a lot of satisfaction because customer service becomes the first priority. And you would want things to be done right away. But again, Mr. Gureen, as we are scaling up, the first thing we want to do is, of course, provide the best experience, the last mile experience to the customer. So yes, the warranties are already taken care of in a detailed manner. We have a question that is coming from Mr. Vishnu. Is this business good for first floor, or do we typically have to be on ground floor?
We would prefer that it should be on ground floor, right? So but if the visibility is very good, and if we can derive at least a footfall of 5 to 10 people on the first floor, right, we can go for that. But ultimately, right, we prefer a ground floor in a high street market.
Absolutely.
But still, right, if the market is very good, if there is footfall, then we can consider first floor as well.
Well, absolutely, friends. और बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा, because retail में मेरा facade, मेरा visibility, right location really plays an important role. Because if we talk about the numbers, 25% of the reason why a business would also fail is because of the right location. But yes, strategic location is what franchise India would help you to understand that. सिर्फ ये नहीं बोलेंगे हाँ खुल जाएगा, but strategically we have to see that if that place is visible or not. Mr. Javed ji, बहुत पुरानी कहावत है, जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. So what kind of marketing support are you providing to the franchisee partners?
So we are already running pan India ads, right? So typically what we have planned is cluster को एक जो भी उसके एरिया की लीड्स आएंगी, ठीक है, उसको असाइन हो जाया करेंगी right away. And the offline marketing and everything we would be doing events as well. For example, there was a recent event which is called as Archex, right? हमने उसमें participate किया, so we got leads of we got work of next 1.5 year to come. So ऐसे कुछ भी इवेंट्स हैं, हम क्लस्टर को पूरा सपोर्ट करेंगे, उसमें लॉन्च करेंगे उसको, और वट एवर द रीजनल रिक्वायरमेंट इज. अब कुछ सिटीज में ऑनलाइन अच्छा काम करेगा, कुछ में ऑफलाइन मार्केटिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो वट एवर द सपोर्ट द क्लस्टर वुड बी रिक्वायरिंग फ्रॉम अस, वी वुड बी फुलफिलिंग दैट.
Great. Are we open for Rajasthan?
Yes, Jaipur.
So ideally we are open pan India, correct?
Yes, we are open pan India.
Perfect. Now, in one of the teasers, I was seeing that you're also available. Your products are also available on Amazon and digital platforms. So, who does the fulfillment? क्या आप ये कोई benefit franchisee को भी pass on करते हैं? If the Rajasthan has a franchisee outlet now.
उसमें right. अभी सर मेरा 70-30 का split है. 70% of the sales that my company is doing come through my own website, right? With Amazon, right, I cannot fulfill the order through the cluster, but again, Amazon serves as awareness. मतलब अगर कुछ वो देखेगा, सर्च करेगा, so it builds relevance. But जो वेबसाइट के हैं वो तो क्लस्टर ही करेगा fulfill, Amazon के नहीं.
Mr. Kumar is asking a question that competitor analysis, but I think you already answered that by talking the name of Toya, which is absolutely on the top niche. Friends, I'm really overwhelmed. I think ये business ऐसा business है क्योंकि इतने questions हमारे पास आ चुके हैं, and constraint of time, I would not be able to take up all the questions. So I will request you, feel free to call us on our hotline numbers. I can announce the hotline numbers right now. The hotline numbers where you can call us is 97176 83838. I repeat, 97176 83838 is our hotline number. You can even write an email to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Feedback@franchiseindia.in is our official email address. Our do your own business specialists are eagerly waiting for your call. और आप कोई भी डिटेलिंग में जाना चाहते हैं, पूछना चाहते हैं, स्टोर विजिट करना चाहते हैं, प्रोडक्ट्स को देखना चाहते हैं, we'll be more than happy to connect with you directly with Mr. Gureen. Mr. Gureen would be more than happy to take you for a tour of their existing business, the performances of their business, what the product line is, and of course add a lot of conviction to that. With that, already we took 15 minutes above than allotted time, but आपका product इतना interesting है, इतने questions आए that we really cannot answer. But friends, do call back us rather after this webinar. Our people would also reach you and ask you for your particular interest. Mr. Gureen, any last message that you want to give to the audience who are watching you live on Facebook and YouTube also?
Thank you so much, right? It was a very good webinar, right? And so as we are getting very good response, so I hope to see you working with us together and build this company global, right? And we will be benefiting all our clusters or all our investors, right? So that would be our first preference, right? To scaling up the business and to benefit all our clusters who would be working with us.
Absolutely, futuristic business, government-supported business with a lot of jargons coming in, and of course, business wahi jo de ROI sahi. And I think Mr. Gureen is doing all that justification with this brand. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching this series for last 1 hour. क्योंकि आप ही वो जो लोग last में बचे हैं, I think we are the real serious people who are really serious about starting a futuristic business. With that, I want to take a leave. Thank you all. Have the best day of your life you ever had. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Gureenji, and thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Gureenji, Vijayji, and Sanjay sir for this wonderful presentation discussion about the brand Leccy and Genesis. Friends, for more details, you can reach us on our hotline number 9717683838. You can write us on feedback@franchiseindia.in. Tomorrow again, we are bringing a great brand come from the origin of Ahmedabad, the Great Indian Pizza, vegan and Jain pizzas option offering with the investment of 16 to 37 lakh rupees. For more details about the brand or for the registration, you can reach us on our hotline number 9717683838. Thank you everyone for joining today's webinar.